So one thing a lot of people do ask me before starting an Herbalife journey is that, if I'm going to use these products, how soon can I get my results and will I bounce back? So this video is basically going to answer that part. So will you really bounce back, or what really happens in a weight loss journey? Okay, so usually one thing what you need to understand is weight loss happens because most of us, the main priority or the main focus of having a proper weight loss is calorie deficit. Okay, so what are we trying to do in a calorie deficit is trying to make sure your body fat is going off and your muscle mass is increasing. So that's the number one priority. That's the most important thing, and that's what we are trying to do as a coach. So when we're trying to reduce the body fat, so what happens is over a period of time, this is something called as an adipose tissue, and we're basically trying to remove the fat content which is there. So the fat is nothing but an extra energy which is stored in the body. Yeah, so fat is basically the extra energy which is stored in the body, that is the extra calories that you're eating. So the body stores them in these adipose tissues, the adipose cells. So when you're losing weight, naturally from these cells, the energy which your body requires when you're in a calorie deficit is being used by your muscles to generate energy. So that in turn helps you to to go out with your day and all of those things. So now coming to when, for example, when you're using Herbalife, will you lose weight, or what will happen when you're using Herbalife? And so what happens is, in Herbalife, you are in a calorie deficit. So say you're having a regular diet, which is about 500 calories or maybe 1000 calories. So we're cutting that with a healthy breakfast and getting it from 500 or 1000 to 250 calories. So that's what the major crux of it is. But second, now what happens? Suppose you're doing this regularly, you're doing it consistently, because now these shakes have good protein, good fiber, they're keeping you full, and so naturally because of that you're not eating, you're not having those cravings to eat, and you're basically cutting down. So after 3-4 months, so when you're going, so many people, they stop Herbalife, they stop this Herbalife after 2-3 months, you're getting back in shape, you're cutting down, all your fat is gone from your adipose cells. So that's very good thing. So now comes the main important part, or the crucial part, is when people go from stopping shakes to going back to eating the same old food. So say they were eating dosas or idlis for breakfast and then they went to shake. So the natural difference from 1000 to 250, and then again back from 250 to an unhealthy lifestyle. Okay, so that is why many people, they gain weight after stopping Herbalife or maybe after stopping gym. Okay, but the solution for that is very simple. The solution for that is you need to understand, you need to learn what is an healthy active lifestyle, what does your body require, and how can you make these changes. Okay, so as a coach, my responsibility for my clients is to always train them, to teach them these important things, to teach them that no matter what, you need to learn what your body requires. You need to learn how to give your body what is essential and what is important. And when you do not do these important things, when a client does not learn these basic things, that is when they end up gaining weight after stopping this program. So yeah, the program is very good, but this is what I personally tell everyone. It is just 20% emphasis on the product. The 80% of it for your result comes from proper guidance and from proper training and teaching. And when this 80% is implemented, that is when you get this amazing result, and that is when eventually you're proud of yourself that even after stopping Herbalife for 3-4 months or 6 months, you're able to maintain your program consistently and effectively. Okay, so this was a small video on will you really gain weight after Herbalife, and I hope you understood this part. If you do not understand this, I will again once again in the future maybe make this video, but I hope this was really helpful for you.